All right, so here we are. Then we're going to create an angle bisector. So if you didn't quite catch on in class, here's just an extra instructional video. So you are going to need a compass. So we've got that, at least the ones that we use in class, a ruler, and I will write down the instructions as we go. So the first thing that you're going to do is find the angle that you want to bisect. It's a lot easier to actually do this larger angle, so I'm going to start with that one. So the idea of this compass is that you've got this little circle here, and you're going to put that on the vertex of the angle that you are going to be bisecting. It is best, of course, on these ones to use the dots that are on the blue part, but you can use the dots that make smaller circles if you have two pencils. So you've got your pencil that ends up staying at the vertex, and then you can use one of these little dots on the inner side if you need to do like a smaller circle. So that happens. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is create a circle, and this circle is going to be on the vertex of the angle I'm bisecting, and those two pieces of the circle that meet the legs or the rays of this angle are going to be labeled. So technically I don't have to make the whole circle, but if you're really into it, hey, there you go, okay? But this part up here is the most important. So now we've got this intersection point that I'm interested in and this intersection point. And so I'm gonna label those A and B. So again, the first step when we're creating this, step number one, is going to be create a circle on the vertex of the angle that you are trying to bisect. And again, we're going to label those parts as A and B. And the things that we're labeling are where the rays, oops, that's supposed to be a Y, the rays meet the circumference of the circle. And so for reference, we've got A and B right there. Okay. So then what we're going to do in step two is create circles that intersect on points A and B. So I'll get maybe this green color. And so now I want to create two circles starting at B here that intersect at least past this vertex here, because I want them to go past that. So I don't want to use any of those smaller circles, so I want to use a bigger one. And it turns out I might actually use the same size circle, but this time I won't. So I'll just go over here to this one. And again, you don't actually have to make the whole circle, so I'm not going to. And then this one. So I could have made both of the whole of those green circles, but I didn't really need to. Right here is what I like to call the cat eye. So if you've ever kind of thought about how cat eyes have that oval but not quite look, that's what we're looking for there. The key part of what I just made is where the cat eye comes together. So up here, and of course the vertex itself. So it turns out that the line that I could have connect those actually bisects the angle. So noting what we just did, step two is going to be that we create circles on points A and B that intersect to form, and in quotes we'll call it the cat eye. Okay. Then the last piece I'm going to do here is create the the vertex and the two intersection points on that cat eye. All right, so taking a look over here, I'm going to take my ruler, and now I have these three dots. Turns out you really only need two to make a line, right? But three is nice, really accurate. And so we take our ruler. You do want to make the line as long as possible because eventually you're going to connect them all together, at least if you are doing a center, an in-center. So we've got all of those lines going through each of these points, and now officially we have made two angles that are in fact the same measure. So over here we've got an angle, and then over here we've got an angle that would be the same measure. That's your angle bisector.